Hi, this is Ronnie with Everything Vive. I'm at GDC 2018, and I am with the developers at Flight School Studios, and they are about to release a new title called Island Time. Hi, guys. First of all, thanks so much for having me.
Hi.
If you could just briefly introduce yourselves and what your roles are at Flight School Studios.
Sure. My name is Bohden Sayre, and I'm the game director at Flight School.
My name is Adam Volker, and I'm the creative director at Flight School.
Okay, great. So I guess before we get started talking about Island Time, if you could kind of, let our listeners know a little bit about how you guys got to where we're sitting today.
Yeah, so Flight School actually started about a year ago as a kind of a merge between two teams, a technical team and a creative team, to try to create new and original content in the emerging tech world. So basically we started out with how can we create our own ideas in VR and AR and MR and all the cool things. So the first project we actually ever did was called Manifest 99, and it was kind of a lightly interactive narrative experience.
Okay.
And we actually found out yesterday we were just nominated for an Emmy for that.
Well, congratulations.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Excited about. And then the second thing we kind of rolled onto doing, which could not be more different, is Island Time. And that's kind of like this comedy survival game where you're on an island the size of your coffee table, and you just try to live as long as you can.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And what was the creative process like, I guess, moving from Manifest 99 over to Island Time? Because they sound like they're very different.
So honestly, the ideas can come from anywhere, and Island Time was actually a prototype that just a couple of our designers had thrown together, and we got this cool idea about just living on an island that's really small, and it uses room scale, and we're like, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So we kind of just ran the numbers on it and then kicked it into production, right? And it turned out really great. There's a lot of fun mechanics to it that just kind of emerged dynamically as we were making it.
Very cool.
And we kind of just massaged it into something that we felt like was really cool. We're all about a little bit of bite-sized VR experiences. We feel like Island Time has a really good party game vibe where a bunch of people can be standing around and egging on the person that's trying to beat the high score,
That's awesome. So, I mean, doing a comedy game, I mean, it must be kind of tricky. What were some of the challenges about comedy and VR?
Yeah, so we were at one point messing with how the fire in the game works. We're like, oh yeah, we need to be able to make fires and cook fish and do all those things. Mm-hmm. And then the fire kind of just got out of control at some point, and everything just started catching. We're like, that's actually a pretty good angle. We should lean into that a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's one of the core mechanics of the game that you're just kind of everything's a little bit too dangerous maybe than real life. It's a very silly twist to things.
Okay.
So it's not as simulation-y as a lot of survival games. There's a lot of things that work as expected, just like real life, and some things that are just I don't. Okay.
Yeah, and VR tends to lend itself really well to those kind of experiences because it's all about kind of experimentation and then kind of dealing with all the consequences of everything kind of going wrong. So.
And then the second part that I felt really came together well is we have this companion on the island. The only other character that's alive in the game on the island with you is this crab that we call Carl the Crab. He's actually voiced by Greg Miller.
I'm a fan. So kind of funny.
And he crushed it. We actually just cold emailed him. We were like, "Hey, Greg, are you interested in being the voice of a crab on an island in a survival game?" He's like, "What? Yes."
And he was super generous and polite and excited about the role. So we couldn't have found a better partner.
That's amazing.
And we kind of wrote when he decided to come on. I kind of rewrote some of the dialogue to mimic the way he talks on his show.
Yeah,
and then he riffed on it. He came to Dallas for a couple days. And really brought the character to life.
It really came together. So the crab just kind of eggs you on the whole time and comments on things that you're doing and just makes fun of you a little bit.
Sometimes he's helpful, sometimes he's not super helpful, but he will always have your back.
That's awesome.
It's got kind of a Kimmy Schmidt vibe. It's good.
Well, I can't wait to play it.
Yeah,
we're about to go.
Try it out.
Yeah, we're about to go check it out, and I'm sure I'll give my impressions later. You had mentioned it's releasing in April.
April 3rd. Yeah, that's our goal on all VR platforms. So we're doing Viveport, Steam, Oculus, PSVR as well.
Awesome.
In the U.S. and then I think if not the same day, but soon to follow in Europe as well.
Okay, cool. And for people that do pick up the game and are interested in providing feedback or kind of getting in touch, what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
We'd love for people to post on the Steam forums or just any of the community hubs based on the platform that they're on,
And
basically.
you can find Flight School at Flight School HQ on Twitter.
Okay.
And we're checking that all the time, every day. So we're gonna actually host a couple competitions on there too for like best time of the week and do giveaways and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. And I'm about to play Island Time.